Hey guys, welcome back. In this video we're going to sort out the rattle that's in the front suspension of the Mk1 Golf. I'm going to sort out the rattle. So there's a really annoying rattle in the front suspension and I'm going to go and sort out why is it rattling. Okay, just taking off the wheel. Okay, now I have the wheel off and looking at the suspension. Not really sure what's making the noise. So the suspension seems to be okay. There's hardly that, is it? This seems to be okay. But what I have noticed is I don't have any anti-rattle vibrators on the brake pads, so that's what I'm going to install today. And here they are. So this is all they are, just two little basically looking like springs, and they fit one in the top and one in the bottom, and this piece here fits underneath the brake caliper, so that actually puts a little bit of pressure back down like that, and that also then pushes a little bit of pressure back on the pads and stops them rattling. So I think that's what the rattle is that I'm hearing, because when I'm driving I can hear something rattling around from this corner, and I assume it's from the same on the other side. So there is a bit of movement in it. I say it's just whatever way of the wheel at the moment, just you can't hear it, but there is rattle in it, so that's what I'm going to fix next. So to take off the brake caliper, you get one of these Torx. I don't know what number it is, but anyway, it fits just inside there. And we're going to break up the seal and take off this, and then get into put the spring into the brake caliper. Okay, now that screw removed, the one at the bottom also removed, and we're going to pull this up. It hinges, say like just up here, so it's going to come up like that and off. So that's, you can see where just here and on the far side is where it hinges, just on these these little like edges or nipples, whatever you want to call them. So anyway, that's that. Leave that sitting up there, it's grand. And I think this is my problem is, so when you're driving you can, that's all I hear when I'm driving, especially at, like, well, when you're driving fast it doesn't matter, but like when you're like sitting in traffic and just the natural vibration at low RPM and the vibration coming through the car, that's what I hear. Now the inside one actually is probably the best one. That's the annoying one on the outside. So what I'm going to do is, so this little corner piece just here fits just here. So you can see there's none on this side, and then obviously the bottom is going to be reversed. So that's how you know top and bottom. So that's going to sit in like that. And obviously I have to pull these off and put these back on. So say if that was on top of this here, and when the caliper goes on, it puts a tiny bit of pressure, just like that, and that's what stops the rattle. So that's how they work. So yeah, I'm going to do that. But first, what I think I'm going to do is, there's two little slides pins. Where are we going? There's two little, you can see a bit of it there. There's two little dowels or two little sliders inside this, and I say they've never been greased. So I'm going to tap them out with a hammer and or maybe a vice grip and just pull them out, grease them up and put them back in. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take out the guide pins that sit inside these two little collars just inside here, and these let the caliper float, so as the pads are wearing it's able to float in and out. So what I have is an ordinary bolt. I'm just going to put it in there. Now I'm just going to give it a tap and push out the guide pin. Okay, so there it is. Okay, not looking too bad, but it's very dry. So what I will do is grease it up with some lithium grease, because I think lithium grease is okay for this type of rubber, and then reassemble. Okay, here I have the guide pin with a bit of grease on it. So that's definitely way too much grease, but it's just, even for the video, just to show you how much grease to put out. A little bit less than that, and we're going to smear it the whole way around, and then shove a bit into the guide hole here, and just spread it around, so then this can freely just move up and down inside like this, which also basically means that this can also now freely move up and down. Okay, so I have the caliper here and a lot of the paint is starting to flake off, so I'm just going to repaint it. So what I've done is I have a wire brush and a drill, and I'm just going to go over it all, try to pull up as much flakes as I can, get rid of all the rust as much as I can, and clean it up. Okay, and we're now ready for reassembly. But I don't think it looks quite right. A bit of paint now on this would look absolutely class. So what we're going to do is strip it back down again. That's up there. Get some brake cleaner. Wipe with a clean rag, and we're going to put some paint on it. So what colour should I paint it? Well, I was thinking about different colours, maybe go back to silver the way it was, but I do have red, and red is for GTI, and yeah, I think red would look really nice in this. Okay, so let's get some paint on. For first coat, just spread it out really thin, get a bit everywhere. Don't worry about the brush strokes or anything like that, just get it on, and the next coat will hide all the brush marks. Okay, now to get rid of all the brush strokes, so you can see all these little lines going up and down. So we're going to go in up and down like that, just go tap, 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 and you can see all the little lines are just disappearing, but it gives a nice mottled effect to the paint. And it's only a caliper, so like when people look in, they just want to see a red caliper, they don't really care too much what it looks like, and it's only the face really on this side here, this bit here, and a little bit of either side of this that you're ever going to see anyway, just through the wheel spokes. So you don't have to go overboard or worry too much about anything. If you do get a little tiny drop on the disc, these discs are going to be rotating, you're going to burn all that off anyway, so, and a bit of brake cleaner is going to remove it as well, so don't worry about anything too much. Just get nicely covered, and yeah, that's really it. So it looks absolutely class when you do the mottled effect. Just tap, tap, tap. It just blends everything in so well. Okay, I'm happy with that. Oh, forgot this one here. Okay, that's blending in nicely. Super. Okay, now let's leave this dry, do the other side. Okay, so it's all painted and all reinstalled, and it looks brilliant. Absolutely love it. So yeah, proper GTI, red calipers, the whole lot. So unfortunately, like when the wheel is up, you're only going to see this bit here, so all the back half you're not really going to see, because like you can only see directly into the spokes. But yeah, I think it looks absolutely deadly. So if you like this video, don't forget to rate, comment and subscribe. Please do subscribe, really helps the channel. And if you like this video and you want to support me, you can do so at Buy Me a Virtual Cup of Coffee, link in the description below. And as always, thanks for watching, see you next time.